Welcome to Beyond Sunday, a podcast from Schweitzer Church. I'm your host, Jason Leininger, and in studio today we have Kenny Bozier. Welcome, Kenny.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
Today we're going to talk about river baptisms. You were baptized in the river 3 years ago, but you have the exact date.
Yes, August 22nd.
August 22nd of, I guess that'd be 2022.
22, correct.
Yeah. One of the practices that we have here at Schweitzer is that annually, I guess, we've had baptisms down in the river. We just recently had some river baptisms in July. Mm-hmm. We do baptisms by three different major ways. Like sometimes we'll sprinkle people with water. Sometimes we'll have people go into a baptismal tank that we have, and then at least once a year we've gone down to the river. And so that's where you were baptized.
Correct.
I wonder, what led you to desire baptism in the river?
There's actually a couple reasons. Growing up, I was a very outdoorsy person. I grew up hunting, fishing. I've always loved wildlife. So I've always felt that. But I grew up in a small town in South Texas, very historic little town, and the San Antonio River ran through that town. And I would go fish there a lot. And there were numerous baptisms in this river. And the first time I seen it, it just, I don't know, I was so interested. I actually stopped fishing and went over there and watched the baptism. And I was always curious, like how they felt afterwards, because they always seemed to feel clean and refreshed and anew. So I was super interested, but not curious enough to seek the Lord at that time. Mm-hmm. And as I continued to fish there, I'd seen it more and more. And every time I would stop what I was doing and I'd go watch. So I've always felt if the Lord ever spoke to me and I came to the Lord, that's what I wanted to do. That's probably the main reason. But I'm also kind of a cut and dry, black and white kind of guy, Something about the military does that to you. Mm-hmm. And I always felt that was the most original way to do it. And that's another reason that I chose baptism in the river.
So that took place 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. What was the experience like, or what's the experience been like for you in terms of your faith? I mean, you mentioned like you wondered about it when you were a kid. Mm-hmm. How's that borne out in your own life, in your walk with God?
I've always been curious about Christ, always. Mm-hmm. When I was a young kid, maybe around 9 or 10, me and my brothers got in some trouble, and my mom said that I had to go to church, and we had to go to church on Sunday, and we had to ask for forgiveness from the Lord for what we had done. So we went down to the church, and it was a rather rambunctious church, and they started speaking in tongues, and it scared the living daylights out of me. So I literally ran from the church and didn't go back ever. So when I got baptized on August 22nd, 2022, it was a very surreal moment for me. Obviously, it is for everyone. But I wondered, as I stated earlier, what was that feeling that these people had? And when I came up out of the water, I genuinely felt clean. I felt anew. And I honestly thought that would be it. Like I'd always feel that way, right? But as we know, walking with Christ every day is something new. So it's been, I won't say a challenge, but it's been very good for me to see that, you can continue to be a Christian every day and you're going to make mistakes, and Jesus Christ will always forgive you. That's what he died for. Mm-hmm. I used to not think that. Like I used to think if I want to be a Christian, I have to walk this tightrope. I have to always be, perfect. But after being baptized and getting closer with the Lord and reading the Bible and some of the classes I've been through here, like Alpha and other classes, I realized that's just not the case. You just strive every day to be a better Christian. And if you falter, which we all do, you just talk to the Lord about it. So it's been a journey, and I knew it would be a journey. Mm-hmm. So I've really enjoyed it. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I've talked to you about this before, about my kids. I told you one of my biggest things that I wanted to do was somehow get my kids into Christ. And the advice you gave me was, you may not remember this, was just be a leader and walk with Christ, and they will see that. You gave the sermon this week, and you didn't know it, but my daughter was there. She got baptized a month ago. A year ago, she was an atheist, and now she's a Christian. So
It's an incredible journey.
yeah, when she sent me the video of her being baptized, I cried like a baby. So it's amazing. It's an amazing journey.
You're known for your crying.
Yes, so are you.
Oh, no.
I love that about you, though. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it's been an amazing walk. So,
Yeah.
and of course, I have Teresa there with me. So
Yeah.
she is the epitome of a Christian to me. So she's a great motivator to me.
Well, I really appreciate all that. And there's one other thing I'd love to share with you right now. There's a little prayer, and I don't have the fullness of the prayer in me, but I'll give it to you, and we'll put it at the end of this show.
Okay.
But it's a prayer that Adam Hamilton wrote, came up with. And it's a prayer that he said he prays every morning as he goes into the shower to remember his baptism. And it's, to mix that whole thing about like being clean in Christ and being renewed for the day by the power and the presence of the life of Christ. And it's just a great prayer. So I'll share that with you. And,
I would love to have that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to be renewed in our baptism and to walk with him. So,
Okay.
Kenny, thanks for coming in,
Thank you for having me.
for sharing this story. And friends, if you haven't been baptized, again, we've got many ways where you can take this leap into the life of Christ. And love to talk with you about it. And we'll also share some pictures of the recent baptism that took place at the Finley River in Ozark. So enjoy those pics. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to see you on Sunday and beyond. Bye-bye.